Welcome to another edition of Lying on the Beach on Camera. That's LOBOC. And I'm Steve Greenberg with
Lois Whitman-Hess.
And we also have with us David. David, introduce yourself, please.
Hi, everyone. This is David coming with this beautiful paint splash background. I love it.
I love it too. Very cool.
David has a last name. It's called Neves. N-I-E-V-E-S.
Yes.
And he's getting married very soon. If everybody wants to send a present, I'll send you the link.
We'll tell you where he's registered so you can take care of that. So David's our engineer here for Lying on the Beach, and I'm sort of on the beach. Looks like I'm going to have the bay behind me. Lois is really on the beach, but you can't tell. And David, where are you in the world?
I'm coming from you live from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Ooh.
Yay! We're cool. We're from Brooklyn.
Yay, Brooklyn. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about basically working from home and some of the issues that we've been listening to on the news. The one that caught my eye, especially since I'm a former flyer all the time, and now my wings have been cut and I'm sitting here in my apartment, is that—
Did you say liar or flyer?
Flyer, former flyer.
No, you said I'm a former liar.
Well, that too, but I'm a former flyer also. But I never held political office. So anyway, my point is that American Airlines have come out with the announcement that starting May 4th, I think, all passengers must wear masks. Their crew will wear masks. They're going to clean the trays and all the area around thorough cleaning between flights, all to try and get us to feel it's safe to fly again. My guess is, without even asking, it's not enough for Lois. Lois, will you be going back on a plane? What are your thoughts?
I won't go on a plane until they do every other seat. But even if I buy first class, people are going to be walking past me, so I still don't trust it. I mean, okay. Don't you think that's a problem? I mean, I could clean the seat myself, but if they're going to fill the middle seat, that is the problem. The other problem is that I don't believe, David, you're very dark. I don't believe that everyone is going to accept that mask and there's going to be complete chaos on the plane. There'll be fights, fist fights, people cursing at each other. The flight attendants will not be able to handle it. Then they're going to stop and then they're going to wait for the marshals to come on, drag the people off, break teeth, break a nose, and then they can finally take off.
I mean, Lois always sees the world as, on the verge of chaos. I think it actually will go pretty smoothly. Right now, you go into a supermarket, everyone's wearing a mask in the supermarket. I think people are going to follow the rules. They understand what's going on. Whether they believe this is a hoax or not a hoax, or whatever their political leanings, I think people are going to follow the rules. And American Airlines said, if you don't bring your own mask, we'll give you a mask. So that would have been a problem otherwise. And I believe the other airlines are following suit. I think JetBlue made the same announcement. And so that'll become now standard. When you're flying, you'll be just like in Asia. You'll be behind a mask, and that's going to be the new norm. So I think it's a good thing to try and get people back on planes. I think they really do clean it. It's great. Of course, you can do your own cleaning when you get there. And of course, if they make a conscious effort to try and keep the middle seat empty, that would be wonderful. I just don't know.
Okay, excuse me. What happens when people want to eat and they pull down their mask and they start eating, whether they're in coach or first class or a drink? That's a problem.
That's a problem. Though I think they're limiting food now on the flights too. So that, remember we had a little bit of food, crummy food. Now that may be gone altogether. I didn't hear that.
Well, what about the people that bring their burgers, their franks, their tuna fish sandwiches? They're going to be eating.
That's a problem. I think we'll have to see what they come up with. But it definitely, it's all going to be a new normal. What we had before is not going to happen until there's a vaccine. Though I heard from a reliable source that a couple of companies are on the verge of a vaccine. I mean, Pfizer seems to have something coming up. So they're actually in human trials right now. So if that happens, that'll be a game changer, a real game changer. And we'll go back to hopefully the way it was before. Because
do you want to be one of the first people that get the vaccine?
No, I remember the swine flu, and I remember the first people who got the vaccine didn't do very well. They either died or got very sick or something.
Oh, gee.
So I'm going to hold off on that first vaccine. But once they've tested it out and enough people have said it works, I'm all in there for a vaccine. And it'll be probably part of our next flu round of vaccines, hopefully. And the other thing is to see how long the immunization lasts for. So even if you're immunized, is it for a short period of time or for a longer period of time? Do you have to keep needing to update it every year or 6 months? Those are all things we're going to learn.
So this is not going to be solved very quickly. You're making it sound like it's around the corner.
I mean, I think early 2021.
All right, that's not around the corner.
Around the corner, but that's probably.
Don't tell everybody with ADD that they have another year of being quarantined.
Well, speaking of which, a good segue. One thing that we were talking about was that the University of Maryland, I believe it was, is doing a study where they're looking at everyone's smartphones and they can track them, even though they can't see who you are. They can see which phones are getting close together and how many of them are moving a lot versus staying at home. And they've seen since Easter, an 18% drop in social distancing, meaning people are going out more, they're moving around more, they're clustering more. Especially in states like Texas, Louisiana, Michigan. They read off some of the states. I noticed that Florida and New York were not mentioned on the list, but it appears that social distancing is starting to break down in a lot of parts of the country, and which is not surprising, which is another reason why they should be opening up little things that get people to get themselves out so they can get back in, because there's a limit to how much people can stay locked in. Lois, of course, is an Olympic star in staying in, but for a lot of other people, it's not.
This has been my life even before this virus. I stay in.
She's been in training for quarantine for a good 50 years, I'd say. You've been working on.
I'm only 40, sorry.
In the last 35 years, since she's been 5 years old, she's been training for quarantining. And so David, as I hate to say he's the youngest of the three of us, but he sort of is. We're all closely the same age. But David, as the youngest.
David is going to sue you. David, I'll give you the name of a lawyer.
Has this been difficult have you been staying in? Have you been staying quarantined? Or have you been getting out? Or what's your life like?
I've been staying in. I usually just step outside just to, get some exercise, or do some shopping, groceries. But that's pretty much about it, I miss socializing. I miss dining out.
David, you're a real big socializer.
And I just can't wait for this whole thing to be over with. But just staying home.
I want to show something. So,
oh, it was my birthday yesterday.
It was your birthday yesterday?
Hey.
Oh, happy birthday. How come I didn't know it? I didn't have it written down. Yay!
Hey.
You are 26.
No, I wish. 34.
What?
Yeah. 34.
How did that happen?
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Let's just do a verse, Steve. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear David. Happy birthday to you.
And I feel like washing my hands because that's the song for washing your hands. So, David, happy birthday. Well, you're supposed to sing happy birthday twice while you wash your hands.
Yes.
That's 20-something seconds. So that's how long.
The amount of time, yes.
What about the ABCs? A, B, C, D. No?
E, F, G. That works too.
Yeah.
You may only do that one. You need 20 seconds. You have to time how long you sing both of those songs.
Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, I want to show you something. I'm very proud. This is Nellie Singh. Nellie Singh is in my building, and she reads DigiDame, my blog. And she went out and bought the recommendation. Can you see it? Well, you can't see it.
Look, a puzzle or something? I can't see what she's got there.
Oh, let me see.
Too much glare, Lois. But tell us anything.
Look close to her hand. There it is.
Oh, a oximeter.
Yes. So they
Yeah.
just sent it to me to say that they listened to me, Nellie and George, but Nellie bought it. Isn't that cool?
But they're really listening to me because I told you about the
I
option.
know. I said, if you weren't yakking so much, I said Steve recommended this product.
I said, no,
Or I
it's true.
think I said it. We'll have to replay. David, edit in the fact that I said Steve recommended this product.
Okay. Anyway, I've been using it. It's. I mean, not that. Luckily, everything's been okay. But I have that. I have my infrared thermometer. I've been using that. It's good.
Oh my God! You're like the red. You're like the Red Cross.
I have a blood pressure cuff and an EKG gadget. So I have this whole little medical corner going.
Oh, sir, you forgot something.
Let's talk about that. That's great. The one device that you must have in your home, especially if you're quarantined, and Lois is showing it right there, is the handle stick. I've got some copy right here to tell you folks about. Of course, Handle Stick is our sponsor, and we love the Handle Stick. And what's cool about it, as you will see, that it can stick on the back of your existing case, or you're directly to the back of the phone if you want. It's just that little piece right there. It's not the whole red thing. The red thing at the top of it there. It utilizes a brace system so you can effortlessly grip your phone, whether you're speaking, texting, or taking selfies. It feels like the phone is floating in your hand. And the way she has it set up right now, Lois, it is a kickstand. So you can set it up for both portrait or landscape modes, which is so important with how many selfies and Zoom calls and Skype and FaceTime calls we're doing these days. So you gotta have that feature. And yes, it can be wirelessly charged through it. So you can just put it right on your wireless charger. That doesn't block the charge. You can still charge through the Handle Stick. It comes in more than 40 styles, including some cool animal prints, lots of color. As you can see, there's red. There's also fun glitter and a sophisticated carbon fiber pattern, which is, I think, what we're looking at right there. The Handle Stick starts at, David, this is the shocking part right here, starts at just $10, everybody.
Oh.
And if you want information, go to Handle New York, HANDL, NewYork.com. That's HandleNewYork.com. And at $10, what do you got to lose? And look at that model we have, Carol Merrill, who's also Lois Whitman-Hess, modeling the Handle Stick. And honestly, it's a great, great device.
It's great for seniors. How many seniors are there in the United States, Steve?
Not counting this phone call, right? This Zoom call, I would say, what did I once read? It's gotta be, I don't know, 60 million, something like that. I don't know.
All right. Alan Hirsch will be very happy with 30 million, half of that of sales.
Okay, so yeah, if you're watching with your partner and you're a senior, just one of you order it, see if you like it, and then the other one can order it too. That'll give us the 30 million.
And remember, it sticks on. It's not a whole case. You could use it on your regular smartphone. You don't have to buy cases anymore. According to Alan Hirsch, smartphones are made rugged enough that you don't even have to buy a case. You just take this little stick and you put it right on the back of your smartphone.
Or you can stick it to your existing case. You don't have to change cases. So if you have a case you love, it's not a problem. You can stick the Handle Stick right on it. So it's perfect for both those things. And we hope you'll patronize our sponsor. We'd appreciate it.
And it's adhesive. It just sticks right on.
Right,
okay.
Right.
What's the next topic?
Let's see. We were talking more about a living home. I thought we had another.
Oh, let's tell people about the Zoom enhancer.
Oh, so part of working from home and everything we do is with a Zoom call. And there's a feature. Lois, why don't you tell us what you found?
No. I just want to give credit to Valerie Hess Severus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I said her name correctly.
But anyway, Valerie told Lois, and Lois told me, and now we're telling all of you that if David, if you go into your video settings of Zoom, there's a thing called Enhance Video. And by clicking it, it makes you look better. Now, unfortunately, if you're doing it on an iPad, which I'm doing right now, I don't have that option. But if you're doing it on a laptop, it is there. And I'm not saying any of the three of us have been enhanced, but it's possible.
I've been enhanced. Even though it doesn't look it, I have been enhanced. So I would normally, David, let everybody see my enhancement.
There it is.
So I don't have a stitch of makeup. That's not Lois, that's Steve. So I don't have a stitch of makeup on, but I press that thing on, and it looks like I have, well, it says the host has spotlighted you. So anyway, it looks like I have makeup on, and all I have is lipstick on.
So
And it took a little of this away, so for the rest of it, I could just go like this.
It looks great. What an enhancement.
I wish I could use it, but unfortunately with my iPad, I have my virtual background on, and it doesn't give you a video enhancement feature. I'd have to use my Mac for that, and I'm not using my.
All right, I think this is a wrap. I see our time is going out.
Okay, so once again, we hope you love this LOBOC, which is lying on the beach on camera. That's our new acronym there, or whatever. And always we'll try and do this again, but hopefully we broke up your afternoon a little bit while you're quarantined. And once again, I'm Steve Greenberg with
Lois Whitman-Hess.
And with
David Nieves.
That's right.
Neves. Neves. Your name is Neves, not Neves.
If he says Neves, go with Neves.
Neves.
Nieves.
Neves.
We have been quarantined lying on the beach. Take care, everybody.